The RC system is responsible for UN development coordination both across the world, but also specifically in the case of Moldova. Our job is to work with our government counterparts, but also more importantly to work with the agencies who have presence in Moldova, but also to reach out to the numerous specialized agencies who don't have a presence in Moldova. One of the most important functions of the resident coordinator and the resident coordinator's office that supports him or her is to support the government in obtaining the Sustainable Development Goals. And this is due through both a strategic dialogue with the government, but also through leading a coordination process with the United Nations country team.
De-a lungul anilor am avut o colaborare foarte frumoasă unde ONU a venit anume să susțină guvernul, de fapt, să ajute guvernul a depăși anumite provocări care se confrunta, să ofere o asistență reală, să ajusta maxim posibil pe necesitățile țării. Ceea ce pentru un reprezentant al guvernului trebuie să spun că noi apreciem foarte și foarte mult atunci când partenerul de dezvoltare, de fapt, vine și își aliniază prioritățile proprii sau activitățile proprii pe necesitățile guvernului, pe programul de guvernare, pe planul de acțiune a guvernului. Odată cu instituirea acestui oficiu și acestei structuri în cadrul Organizației Națiunilor Unite, trebuie să menționăm că acest lucru a dat încă un plus valoare la ceea ce înseamnă colaborarea cu Organizația Națiunilor Unite și acel principiu despre care noi vorbeam, One UN, se simte și mai tare atunci când avem de fapt o persoană sau o structură care reprezintă întreaga echipă ONU.
Another important role of the resident coordinator and the resident coordinator's office is coordination of development partners, to bring together all interested actors, both from the government side, who are responsible for coordination, but also importantly those foreign governments and foreign entities who do want to contribute to the development of the Republic of Moldova.
We have a regular platform for coordination of activities, and in the past it was co-hosted by UN and the World Bank, and we continued with this practice through pandemic as well. But I think UN RC office managed to take it one step forward compared to the practice in the past, because now this kind of donor coordination meetings, which we are doing online and remotely, they also serve as a way, on the one hand, to update the entire donor and development community of the developments with respect to COVID, to host different working groups, sectoral thematic working groups that are then looking into challenges and opportunities in the key areas affected by the crisis. And the same donor coordination meeting, of course, is an excellent platform to interact with our government counterparts.
Ce urgență aveți?
Very early on, we started to support the Ministry of Health, Labor and Social Protection in developing clinical guidelines and then rolling out the training of those guidelines across the country to healthcare providers. This also gave us an opportunity to understand some of the material support requirement. So with the Ministry of Health, Labor and Social Protection, we also did a large assessment of the requirements to equip the hospitals and health clinic, which resulted in a document that helped to prioritize government spending, but it also gave an idea, foreign governments, the World Bank and other donors, how they could also help to support in the pandemic.
Especially, I think, during the crisis, we saw how useful the RC office was, because the platform that was set up by the RC system, by the RC office, for the exchange of information with all the development partners, embassies and the international organization was very good, because it brought high-level senior officials of all the important ministries. We had very interesting persons coming from the Ministry of Health, Foreign Affairs, etc. So it was a very good platform to have a frank and open exchanges on the crisis and the response.
The resident coordinator's office and myself are really tasked with making sure that we communicate as one, we deliver as one, and we work as one. This makes it easier for the government to understand where we can slot in, but also importantly, it means that we can deliver better, faster, and cheaper.